Hello, fellow worm farmers. This is Larry with the Wiley Worm Farm, standing in front of my worm bin tower, I guess you could call it. Not a tower, actually, it's just where I keep my trays. And I use this tray here. I got this tray at it's at Home Depot and Lowe's, and Lowe's is last time I checked was about a $1/2 cheaper, so I bought it there. So I will take my bottle wrap off here to start with. And then my paper, my newspaper. Boy, that's pretty wet, so it's obvious I got good moisture in here, which I'm glad. I like to have good moisture in my bin. Not too much moisture, but good moisture. And let me show you what I'm looking at here. What this is here is this is cardboard from toilet paper rollers. Now what I do is I soak a toilet paper roller in water, and then after just a few minutes it comes apart, and then I take my cutter and I cut it in half. This is just a half piece here, just a little lesson there. Just a few things I've learned. Someone on a video, and by the way, if you're into worm farming, I highly advise you to watch a lot of videos because you learn so much from other people on the YouTube videos. But someone suggested a way to if you want to increase your worm population, to get you some type of container set out in the yard and put coffee grounds in there. Just keep coffee grounds and let it get good and wet, and that'll go down, and it'll make the worms come up in your bin. Of course, your bin, to me, I had a 5-gallon bucket that had holes in the bottom. And I tried that for several weeks, and I didn't see any worms. But I'm assuming that I didn't put it in a good location. So that was my problem. And also later, this is fall season. In fact, this is November the 6th. We're in South Georgia, and our weather here is fairly warm. It's nice. It's actually nice weather this time of year. Fall is on us, friends. It is on us. So I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to see what I got here. I got a worm ball and some kind of food here. I'm not sure what that is. I know what that is. That's cabbage leaves here. I put some cabbage leaves in here. I don't intend to put any more cabbage leaves. I cut a lot of cabbage leaves up and I put them in there, and the worms are just not getting into the cabbage leaves like I'd hoped to. So I'm done with cabbage leaves. Now lettuce, on the other hand, they will tear lettuce up. Now I think this right here might be a peach. I got a couple of peaches. I put some peaches in here. I think it was the last time that I fed my worms. So today we're going to separate them here and make a little trough in here. And I'm going to put me a piece of paper in here, napkin in here, lay it right in here, and put my worm chow in here, my tasty worm chow. I went for a long time using table scrap, but I'm just about to put it on my table scraps. This particular bin, by the way, I started this bin on December the 17th this year with 150 worms I bought from Walmart, and I'm pretty sure all of them actually wound up being red wigglers. I have been advised since then not to put red wigglers from Walmart because it wouldn't always show they're red wigglers, but I'm pretty confident that what I got are all red wigglers. So I put my worm chow in here, and then I'm going to put some eggshell in here with it. This is ground up eggshells here, and this helps them to digest their food. And the next thing we'll put in here is some coffee grounds. Now, I hadn't put coffee grounds in the last few weeks because I've been saving my coffee grounds for my outdoor project, which unfortunately didn't work. But we give it a shot. So, I like to experiment, so I will continue to experiment. I'll put my coffee ground in here. Now, worms love coffee grounds. And I'm going to make room for that coffee filter too. That's good and wet, so they'll use that. And I'll put my I think this is peaches right here. Put it back in here and cover this. Make sure I got my peaches covered up good. And I'll be able to wrap this one up. But I was telling you, in this bin, I started out with 150 worms and then put another 150 worms on March the 10th. And I don't know how many worms I got here, but this particular bin the population has not grown like I'd hoped it would. I think one of my problems, I mentioned this before in the video, but I think one of my problems might have been it got too dry on me. So I'm gonna put this paper back in. These flyers from the local shopper we get here in our little South Georgia town. And by the way, I get my worms from Mimi's Worms, and I'll try to remember to put a link at the bottom of this of Mimi Worms. If you want to purchase purebred or pure red wigger worms, then I suggest Mimi. Mimi's in Valdosta, Georgia. Mimi's a woman of a lot of credibility, and I highly recommend her. So I think we're gonna wrap it up here, Mr. Cameraman, for today. I had enough the soaked toilet paper rolls in here, so I won't add any more to that. So until next time, remember, if you'd like to check my other videos, you can find them at www.wileywormsingularfarm.com. Trying to make this bubble wrap fit a little better, but it's not working for me. Until then, you have a good day. By the way, this is November the 6th, 2023. See you next time. Have a good evening.